Greetings and good day, and welcome to Journey Across the Arc, the podcast that looks at the people and services provided by the Arc Allegany-Steuben. I'm your host, Gregory DeGraff. Joining me today is Jonathan Stromsness. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
That's
and and Judy Peck, who helps with our self-direction services. So,
Okay,
Jonathan and Judy, would you care to introduce yourselves?
Thank you so much, Greg. I'm Judy Peck, and I used to be the Director of Innovative Services. Just recently, I've transitioned over to corporate compliance, and now, Jonathan.
Thank you, Judy. I'm Jonathan Stromsness, and now I am the Director of Innovative Services, which includes self-directed services.
We both have a number of years between us with the agency.
So, what is self-directed services, and how does it work?
Self-directed services is a very special program, very near and dear to not only my heart, but I know Jonathan's heart as well. The self-directed services gives people choices and a voice that they might not otherwise have in traditional services. The way that it works is based on their supports and their specific needs. An individualized budget is developed for each person. With those funds, they decide who they want to hire, what they would like assistance with, how to spend those funds within the guidelines and the regulations that we have to follow with the state and federal governments.
All right. Can you provide some examples of some of the services?
So, self-directed services includes face-to-face services and funds for payments and reimbursements. Face-to-face services include community habilitation. This is a service that works on goals to assist the person to get more independent and to live where they would like, whether that's on their own, with family, or in a residential setting. Respite is another face-to-face service for people who do live with their family. It provides a break for the person supported and the caregiver from caregiving duties. There are also multiple reimbursement and payment programs that assist the person to live as independently as they would like in their own community and living on their own.
So, tell us, why is this so important?
Self-direction is so important because those with disabilities have different strengths, like we all do. But for example, if you wanted to learn how to play guitar, you can research, find a teacher, drive there, determine how you're going to pay for it, take classes. A person in self-directed services can actually use their budget to pay for a community class, have assistance with learning at that class, and have also transportation covered. Self-directed services allows for the person supported to participate in activities and then have the supports to do so.
What is the circle of support?
So the circle of support is a term that really identifies the team that works with each person. Typically, the circle of support includes the person that's supported, their family, an FI agency, which is the Arc Allegany-Steuben, a broker, their care coordinator, and any other natural supports or paid staff that they would like participating in assisting them with making decisions with their budget, with their plans, and with their life.
How are people in the circle of support chosen, and who chooses them?
The person supported is at the center of that circle of support. This is all about that person. They have an FI coordinator, they have a broker, and they have a care coordinator. Those three positions are needed in order to have self-directed services run smoothly. If at any time they are not satisfied with someone within their circle of support, they can request a change. They're able to interview and decide who they want in their circle of support. And it's important that the circle of support is consistently following the person's needs.
How does someone sign up for self-direction?
So the first step is a person needs to be in care coordination first to be eligible for services. They would then work with their care coordinator to obtain authorization for self-direction. Once they're authorized, their care coordinator would assist them in determining which FI agency they would like to use, as well as which broker they would like to use that can best meet their needs. And the care coordinator would then do a referral for that agency.
You've mentioned FI a few times. Could you tell us what that stands for and what exactly is it?
FI stands for Fiscal Intermediary. And FI acts as the bank. The FI pays out for those services. In doing so, it's the FI's responsibility to ensure the person's needs are met and that all services and supports are adhering to Medicaid and state regulations.
Why would someone want a physical intermediary?
So the self-direction model is very involved, and the FI is the expert in the rules and regulations for self-direction to ensure that all services and supports meet the necessary standards. So the FI ensures that all members are completing their part and that the person's needs are being met and they're getting what they want out of the service.
What does an FI do in terms of helping an individual?
The FI oversees all the services that are in that budget. They review timesheets of the self-hires that are working with that person. They can assist with any bumps or hurdles along the way with their services. The FI oversees all reimbursements to ensure they are assisting the person achieving their individualized goals and what they want to achieve in life.
What is a broker and what do they do?
So a broker is another member of the circle of support. They have the responsibility to work with the person to develop and oversee their self-directed budget. They can either be an agency broker or an independent broker, and that independent broker may work with multiple different agencies. The broker also assists the person and develops the goals that they want to work on with their self-hire, with their face-to-face community hub services.
How do they manage funds?
The broker assists by monitoring their expenses each month and knowing where the funds are going and if there are items that are getting used up in the budget line. They assist with managing to meet their needs, and if they determine that a line in the budget is not meeting what is needed, the broker can do a budget amendment to update that budget according to the needs of the person supported and the recommendations from the circle of support.
Now, everyone knows why money is kind of important, but why is a budget important?
So each person's budget is individualized and it's driven by a needs assessment based on that person's strengths, abilities, and their areas of need. Each person is determined to have a specific amount of funding that is available to them to meet their needs with their services and their supports.
What is a self-hire?
The self-hire is a person that the individual or the circle of support can assist to hire. The self-hire can provide community hab, respite, or both. They are also a part of the person's circle of support. They see the person more than the FI, broker, or care coordinator does. They work directly with the person, providing the needs related to safety, accessing their community, and working on identified goals to be as independent as possible.
How does someone get a self-hire?
So when somebody starts self-direction, they may already have somebody that is a natural support or somebody they've worked with before. And they would choose to have them hired by the agency to be their self-hire. They may need some assistance from their circle of support to assist them in finding people that they feel comfortable that can provide their services. The person is then supported by being able to interview people and determine who is a good match for them, and then the agency is able to hire them.
Could you each give some of your experience and how you feel about self-direction?
So when I graduated from college years ago, this is the field that I went into right away. So that was about more than 30 years ago. I've worked with several different programs through the years, and hands down, self-direction is the best, the one that will remain with me and be the highlight of my employment once I do retire down the road. But self-direction has so much to offer to people.
And for me, when I graduated college, I was heading in a different career path and decided that that career wasn't for me. And I grew up with siblings that use services. And so when I was looking for a change, I became aware of the ARC because they provided services to my siblings. And so I started out as relief, working with people, and really enjoyed it and grew into full-time and moving up into different programs and services and made my way into self-direction. And for me, it's very near and dear. As I said, I have family that uses self-direction. I'm also a broker for other people with other agencies. So I have my hands in the pot with different perspectives and different roles in self-direction. I'm very passionate about it.
Oh, that's nice. Actually, kind of do get some self-directed services myself through person-centered services. And I won't go into too much detail about it, but I have found that it does really help. So,
Good.
definitely something people should consider.
Definitely.
Well, Jonathan, Judy, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you for having us.
And if you would like to learn a bit more about self-direction, you can check out our website. And if you want to learn more about the ARC, check out our other episodes of the podcast, either on YouTube or Facebook. Thank you all for joining me today, and I will see you on the next journey across the ARC. Farewell.